I'm Brandy McDonald, entertainment and features writer for the Oklahoman and News OK, and I have with me Purcell singer-songwriter Parker Millsap. He's about to release self-titled national debut album on February 4th. Thanks for coming in today to talk about your album.
Thanks for having me.
Now, you released an album locally in 2012 called Palisade with one of your musical partners, Michael Rose. Tell me what's different about recording this album.
It was a lot harder. with Palisade, we went in and it was just me and Mike, and we tracked it in, I think, 17 hours, and then, it was just guitar, bass, and vocal, essentially. And then within, 2 or 3 months, we had it out into the world. This one took about 2 weeks to record. We had a whole lot of other musicians come in, and we had, horn parts and string parts that we had to arrange. And we recorded it, basically the whole record in a week, and then we decided we didn't really like it, so we kind of scrapped about 75% of it and started over, and spent another week, rebuilding it. So that was a lot harder. It's definitely a different experience than Palisade.
Now, I think you did it locally again, though, too, didn't you?
Yeah, we recorded at the same place, 115 Recording there in Norman with producer Wes Sharon, who's excellent. He's produced, Fulbright and the Troubadours. So.
Okay. Now, talk to me about, it sounds a lot more polished, it sounds more professional, but it doesn't there's an authenticity to the music that I think you wanted to keep. You didn't want it to be too polished up.
Right. Well, I definitely think that the way we recorded them is a little more accessible. Palisade is very stripped down, and, a lot of people, they want to hear drums, they want to hear, horn parts or whatever, and this kind of made it a little more accessible to a wider audience, As far as the authenticity, I don't know.
So you consider yourself, I guess, a singer-songwriter, Red Dirt singer-songwriter, or an Oklahoma singer-songwriter?
Yeah, just a singer-songwriter. That genre is so Lorde is a singer-songwriter. The girl who wrote that Royal song that's a big hit right now. It's such a wide genre. I don't know if I would call it Red Dirt. I don't know if I would call it country, but that seems to be how most music is going, is kind of avoiding labels anyways. When people ask what kind of music I play, I just say music.
And I think you're 20.
I'm 20, yeah.
How long have you been making music?
I've been singing since I was 4 or 5 in church, and I've been writing songs for probably seriously for about 3 or 4 years now.
So what has been, I guess, an experience that's really helped you build up to this point?
Like a singular experience for this record, or, oh boy, that's a hard one. I don't know. I think the whole experience of growing up in church, that would probably be the one. And I know it's not one moment. It's a whole 18 years or something. But I think that has a lot to do with this record, and a lot to do with how I make music in general. Because in church, the music's very much from here. It's not necessarily a lot of the lyrics are beautiful in church music, but when you're singing church music, you're singing from somewhere else. You're not singing from your head. Mm-hmm. And I think that has a lot to do with what I do.
And this is, there's 10 originals on this,
right.
10 all original songs.
Right.
But we heard you out there practicing Little Hesitation Blues, some covers and things like that. Can you talk about what your influences are as a songwriter?
Yeah, I kind of come from a few different places, the church music upbringing, and with that, I kind of lump the church music that I grew up singing and blues kind of into one category, because they're the same thing, just one's about the devil, and one's about Jesus. But they're both very guttural types of music, and then also I grew up listening to a lot of, Texas singer-songwriters like Lyle Lovett and Robert Earl Keen, guys who paint a picture and tell a story. And also, I'm a huge Motown fan, so.
How about Tom Waits?
I'm a big Tom Waits fan as well, and I think that he comes from a lot of the same places I do as far as what we do. He's a huge Howlin' Wolf fan, mm-hmm. and I'm a huge Howlin' Wolf fan, and he's obviously studied gospel music, and I grew up in gospel music. I think he's definitely and he can paint a picture.
Well, speaking of shows, tell us when we can see you perform here in Oklahoma.
Every Tuesday at the Deli in Norman. Every Tuesday that we're not on the road somewhere else. And then February 8th, we're going to be playing at the Blue Door in Oklahoma City. That might be sold out, maybe. And then February 16th in Tulsa at the Vanguard.
Okay.
So.
All right, so this is Parker Millsap, releasing Parker Millsap. So on February 4th, via his own Oklahoma Records, which is, I guess, going to be distributed through 30 Tigers, I think you said. All right, thanks for coming in. I think you're going to play a song with some of your cohorts.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. They're back there getting ready, I hope. So thanks very much for your time. We appreciate
Thank you.